In the world of teenager, people often talk about peer pressure, high school drama, and the butterflies of a first love. But there is a dark corner that few dare to touch, a place where the warmth of friendship does not shine, where only jealousy, cold-blooded manipulation, and a terrifying betrayal dwell under the guise of best friends forever. Have you ever wondered if the best friend sleeping next to you at a pajama party is actually the one planning to bury you alive? Welcome to Morgantown, West Virginia, where the line between BFFs and a cold, dark grave is just one turn back away. Skylar Neese was a vibrant 16-year-old girl with a part-time job and a bright future ahead. She had two inseparable best friends, Rachel Shoaf and Sheila Eddy. On their Instagram and Twitter, it was all duck-faced selfies and promises of my la bon temps. But at 16, friendship is a fragile glass puzzle, so easy to shatter. Rachel and Sheila started having a secret romantic relationship that went beyond friendship. And suddenly, Skylar became the third wheel. The whispers behind her back started, the private group chats without her name. But worse, much worse, Rachel and Sheila became consumed by a paranoid delusion. They were terrified that Skylar would expose their secret to the world. Jealousy and paranoia twisted into a monster, and that monster was hungry. The night of July 6th, 2012, the West Virginia air was thick, hot, and suffocating. Skylar received a text from Sheila. "Hey, sneak out. Let's go drive around and smoke." Without a single doubt, Skylar climbed out of her bedroom window and slipped into the black sedan waiting in the dark. She thought it was a night to make peace. The car sped into the night, straight toward a remote forest on the Pennsylvania border. They stopped at a deserted clearing. The woods were dead silent, except for the buzzing of crickets. Skylar turned her back to get a lighter left in the car. She completely exposed her 16-year-old back to her two best friends. In the shadows, Rachel and Sheila looked at each other. Their eyes were ice cold. They pulled out two kitchen knives hidden in their clothes. 1, 2, 3. The cold countdown echoed in the dark. The moment Skylar turned around, a fatal plunge struck her chest. She collapsed, blood splattering onto Rachel and Sheila's fashionable hoodies. Why? Why are you doing this to me?" Skylar whimpered, trying to crawl away in agony. But her answer was over 50 more frantic, brutal stabs until she was completely still. They dragged her body into the brush, covered it with dirt and leaves, and calmly drove home, showered, and went to sleep, as if nothing had ever happened. For the next 6 months, a sickening horror show played out. Skylar was missing. Her parents wept until they had no tears left. And guess who was there to comfort them the most? Sheila Eddy. Sheila went to Skylar's house every single day, holding the grieving mother, crying hysterically. She even tweeted every day, "Skylar, please come home, I miss you so much." The sheer cold-bloodedness of a teenage criminal mind reached its peak when Sheila walked around town with the police, handing out missing flyers for the very friend she had slaughtered. But justice has eyes. Rachel Shoaf, the weaker link, began to crack under the pressure of the FBI investigation. In January 2013, after a complete psychiatric breakdown, Rachel ran to the police, sobbed, and confessed, "We killed Skylar." When the investigators asked Rachel and Sheila the ultimate question, why? She was your best friend. Why do you do this to her? Sheila Eddy looked the detective straight in the eye, shrugged, and uttered a response so chilling, it made the blood of everyone in that room run cold. "We just didn't like her anymore. just because they didn't like her anymore. A young life was left to rot under the leaves of a cold forest. Rachel Shoaf was sentenced to 30 years, and Sheila Eddy, the mastermind, received life in prison. The case is closed, but it left a terrifying scar on American teenagers about the true cost of friendship. My friends, did this story send a chill down your spine? Have you ever felt isolated within your own group of friends? Leave a comment below. What do you think about that chilling line? We just didn't like her anymore. Tag your two best friends right now as a reminder to always be honest with each other and never let secrets turn us into monsters. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss the next dark, twisty tale. See you next week.